What up, peoples? Zoe Williams, the voice of reason, back in the building. I just wanted to duck in here real quick and apologize for the Mansions broadcast yesterday. I know everybody is accustomed to, you know, streams that work all the time. We had a new building, we had a new place, and we're getting acclimated to their system. We're trying to get everything working, get everything operational, you know. And yesterday was one of the first days that we ran into some internet issues. And I was a little disappointed because it was a really powerful show, and it was gonna pick up on the momentum of the show before. So I was just a little upset that the stream didn't work the way we wanted it to go. But we doing our best to continue to have the show at a certain quality. I love the new facility. What do you guys think of the new facility, man? The new facility is nice to me, in terms of, how they broadcast and, the different looks, I really love that, man. I like the new spot a lot. And from time to time, I want to shout them out. I mean, because they're a black-owned business here in one of the most gentrified cities in the world. Inglewood is building a stadium for the Rams and the Chargers. I just had a tour. I had a meeting with some of the brass over there at the Rams Stadium a couple of days ago. No, the 1st. Yeah, October 1st. I was just in there, and it's transforming the city. Just understand that. It's transforming the city. And then the Clippers are moving to Inglewood. Inglewood is about to turn into Manhattan Beach. Inglewood is about to turn into something totally different. And Inglewood, when you come to Los Angeles, a lot of times people from other places be like, where are all the black people at? Where, you go to the valley, you see a gang of white people. You go to different places, Hollywood, you see a gang of white people. And, they be like, where are the black people at? Inglewood, Hawthorne, Lawndale, Compton, you dig? But what's happening? What's up, nephew? But what's happening is regentrification is raising the rents and changing all of that. So I say all of this to say, man, I'm exceedingly happy that we found a black-owned business to be able to broadcast Mansions. We're going to get ZoWhat back on, too, probably next Monday. Yeah, the rents is crazy now. The rents in Inglewood used to be a spot where if you move from out of town, just to ease you into wealth calcification here in Los Angeles, Inglewood was a spot you could move to. Hawthorne was a spot you could move to. You creep in like, oh, okay, I can handle this. That shit gone. That shit gone now. And when I say it's gone, it's gone. See, now when you say Riverside is Inland Empire. That's the IE. That shit 50, 60 miles from LA. You say Lancaster, that's 72 miles from LA. Let's keep it 100. You dig? You need to make at least 100,000 Oaks. That's 30 miles, 45 miles, some crazy shit. Like, you dig? Like, we talking about LA. That's a whole nother get down. Inglewood is LA. And Inglewood, you seeing 3,500, 3,500 a month. So the fact that I was able to find a black-owned business, vibefree.tv, to be able, and that came through Marcus King. I mean, me and Marcus King, man, like, you know, we've been homies for years, and we've been looking out for each other's endeavors, you know. And Marcus turned me on to these brothers and was like, yo, you should come over there and host your shows over there. And it helps them because, you know, they get some visibility because we doing shows over there. So, no, 3,500. My brother, I don't want to tell his business, but he used to live in Arizona, just sold his crib, moved back here, wanted to find a spot closer. And he did the pricing or whatever for the, you know, apartments and shit. Man, 3,500. You know, 3,500. This is new Inglewood. This ain't the old Inglewood. This new. Did y'all see the new Mansions hoodies? I forgot to mention them on the show. We got black hoodies now and red hoodies. Black and red Mansions hoodies. New hoodies at Power and One Clothing. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yo, can I tell y'all? I'm over here trying to live my life right. I got a cantaloupe smoothie. I got some oatmeal with a side of fruit. I'm trying to live a little better, a little longer. Goddamn cantaloupe smoothie, boy. That shit fired in the mud, but yeah, this shit is crazy, man, and you know, just to be able to maintain, you know. So, but I want to thank everybody yesterday, man. We had some pretty robust super chats, and I just want to thank everybody for buying in. You know what I'm saying? Like a basketball team, you know, we inside the circle. You got to have both feet inside the circle. Now, if you got one foot outside the circle, you ain't totally bought into the team concept. We got to buy in, and yesterday everybody bought in, or a lot of people bought in, and I want to come on here and say thank you to the super chat, thank you to the mods, you know, thank you to all the people who come in and comment. Man, y'all made your presence felt yesterday, and I'm truly humbled and sincerely thankful that you guys did that for the show, for the channel. I mean, because, you know, we vagabonds right now in terms of, you know, what's gonna happen with Dash. We're waiting to see, you know, how the transition is going, the move or whatever. Dash is still on our team. I mean, Dash gave me the remote, you know. Now, I got the remote and I can fucking go live anywhere, I guess. You know what I'm saying? With the Dash Radio remote. So if they weren't on the team, they wouldn't have gave me that sophisticated piece of equipment. And with that equipment, I'm able to not only broadcast VOR channel shows, but Dash Talk X shows, as well as Dash comedy shows. You know? Hey, and thank Power and One Clothing for getting everybody their hoodies. Thank you, Power and One Clothing, for getting those hoodies out, because people will reach out to me and be like, hey, nigga, where my motherfucking hoodie at, nigga? So now we got black ones, we got red ones. Go to powerandoneclothing.com and purchase a copy or purchase a hoodie, you know. Shit, man. Shit. My memory ain't the same. Do you know I used to rap? I don't even remember my rhymes. I don't even remember the process of how I wrote rhymes. It's crazy, man. I've read a lot of books. I've forgotten a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit's crazy, man. We getting older. We getting older, man. The world is changing. Our views, our values, beliefs are changing. A lot of shit is flipping around, dog. So while we can, we should be on each other's team. While we can be, we should be on each other's team. When you guys hear me break down relationships, I'm always breaking down the relationship from the perspective of it is the end all be all of everything regarding our community. No businesses without relationships. No legacy without relationships. No organization without relationships. No cooperation, no collaboration, no communication without relationships. So to me, if you're looking at it from quantum mechanics, you know, everybody was looking for this fundamental particle. You know, the God particle or the Higgs boson, or everybody's looking for this fundamental particle, right? Before quantum mechanics, it was the atom, that which is indivisible, right? That which can't be divided anymore, that which is indestructible, this one little piece. They thought that was the smallest constituent part of reality, was the atom. Well, then they find out, no. There's even more. There's even more. There's even more as they go in and, you know, further in. Well, at the end of the day, we're at this space where the smallest, I guess, piece of reality manifests itself as a tetrahedron. And when they say smallest, oh shit, here comes some drama. As they say smallest, their measurement is on the Planck scale, right? The Planck scale is so far below nuclear, so far below subatomic. Subatomic means below or inside the atom. So when we get to that foundational ground of energy, right? That's how relationships are in our learning process. It is foundational. It is at the floor of reality, of our reality, right? And the quality of those relationships determine the quality of the reality we build here. I had to take you all the way down. I had to take you all the way down past the atom, inside the atom, beyond the nucleus, right? All the way down to the ground of reality, which they call this energy source at the Planck scale. This energy source, right? And they say it's just this undulating, effervescent source of energy. Sounds like what the Egyptians called, or the Cometans called, Nun, the primordial waters. Relationship is the primordial waters of our reality. If our relationships are out of whack, our reality is out of whack. If our relationships are broken, right? It is a reflection of the brokenness on the inside of us. If we're not getting what we want, we aren't what we thought we were. And we have to own that. Right? We got to own it. I got my homeboy Dana. All my crew is over here. Right? We have to own that. We have to own that. Relationship, just like the water, the surface of the water is going to reflect back to you what you show it. You get shit, it's because you ain't wiped your ass well enough. Right? You get sweetness, you get happiness, you get contentment, it's because you have a level of acceptance within yourself. How can you find a partner that brings contentment to you if you're not content with you? How can you find happiness in another if you haven't found it within yourself? How can you find agreeability in another if you haven't found it within yourself? You understand? A lot of times people say, oh man, that's bullshit. People going through shit. You just gotta let shit go. Well, letting shit go is fine in a circumstantial way. In a circumstantial way, it's fine. Yes. If you're in a situation that's toxic, that isn't contributing to your spiritual well-being, that isn't elevating you, which is fucking rare. Every single situation you come to has a silver lining, has some kind of lesson, has, even if it's just a modicum of a lesson, it has some kind of lesson. But if you find yourself in a situation that you got to walk away from after you've exacerbated everything, right? All your resources, whatever is in your toolbox, yeah, then maybe it's time to go. But a lot of people are using letting go in the same context as avoidance is placed in the communication styles. There are many communication styles: combative, competitive, collaborative, cooperative, and avoidant. A lot of y'all are using letting go in the same fashion as we use the avoidant communication style. Now, if you study communication, you'll know avoidance creates conflict because you haven't dealt with it. So a lot of times letting go is your scapegoat for not dealing with shit. I know. No, somebody else is gonna say it and then y'all gonna believe him. But I said that. Somebody else gonna say it. Somebody else gonna watch this video and be on some old relationship shit. But that's really what it is. When you break down communication styles, they'll tell you the avoidant communication style creates conflict because you never actually deal with some shit. Well, guess what? The whole letting go and let that shit go, yeah, you gotta let go of things on a spirit level, not just on a physical level. This goes back to the holographic relationship when I talk about how, holographically speaking, the black hole records all information from everything that it consumes. It records it in ones and zeros on the edge of the black hole called the event horizon. So if a black hole eats a planet, it records the information of the planet on its event horizon, on its edge. If a black hole eats a moon, a quasar, or anything, it records the information because information can never be destroyed. Information and energy are synonymous with each other. Can never be destroyed. See, it's easy to destroy the physical. It's difficult to destroy the spiritual and or energetic. So a lot of us are letting go physically. What up, Jay? We over here chilling, bro. A lot of us is over here destroying things or ending things or letting go of things physically, but we're not letting go of things energetically. It is postulated that once humans get a certain amount or a certain level of technology, that we may be able to go to a black hole and extrapolate the binary codes of ones and zeros and reconstitute what was created or what was consumed by the black hole. Well, in my book, The Holographic Relationship, I use the same principle and say, when you break up with somebody, you don't see them no more. You guys ain't going on dates no more. You guys ain't cuddling no more. Y'all not Netflix and chilling no more. The physical is gone, but the energy of that person is still within you because it's unreconciled. It's recorded on your relationship event horizon. You constitute that energy in the attraction of another person. You attract the same lesson, basically. Whatever you remember that old statement? You whatever you eat, that's what you are. Whatever you eat, that's what you are. Whatever the black hole consumes, that's what it is. Right? Whatever crosses your relationship event horizon, if you haven't reconciled the information that was brought into your sphere, that was brought into your gravitational pull, if you haven't reconciled that, reconcile what? The trauma of it. Not that all of it was traumatic, but why did that person have a problem with you once y'all started living together? And how were you triggered by this person's messiness or this person's inability to communicate when you needed them to open up and share with you? And how did this person trigger your abandonment issues? And how did this person trigger an unresolved thing that's going on between you and your father? That's the binary code, the ones and zeros. If the information is still recorded on the event horizon of a black hole, it's also still recorded on the event horizon, right, of your relationships. The energy is still there, unreconciled, undealt with, the relationship event horizon. And when you meet somebody and attracted to somebody, they are a reflection of the information that you've already accumulated. Relationship is foundational, right? Relationship is the ground of reality, right? That's the ground of reality. We got work to do as a people. We got to heal. We got to heal. That's what the whole purpose of my shows and these books are about. Healing, right? Healing, man. Healing is revealing, right? Once something is revealed, it must be accepted. Oh, that's what it is? Okay, that's what it is. Right? Let's embrace it, right? We've had 1,001 shows talking about why black people don't support each other, why black people don't love each other, because the knowledge of who we are has been ripped away. We've been talking about that forever. But we're here today. And I've been talking about the remedy to that. A reclamation of your story. The information is still out there. So if you so choose to still continue to believe and behave the way you were programmed and conditioned to by a society that doesn't love or respect you, then that's a conscious decision, and that's on you. We pick and choose which brothers we want to love on. Oh, I don't like this brother's voice. I don't like this brother's skin tone. I don't like this brother's eye color. I don't like this brother's attitude. I don't like this brother's... You get what I'm saying? We pick and choose which part of the people we want to support. My question is, you support those who are sincere in their mission to uplift our people. That's my position on it. You support those who are sincere. They might be flawed. They might be fucked up in a lot of ways. All of us are. But you support the sincerity. You don't support the person. You support their sincerity. Right? You support their sincerity. You support their intent. You got somebody who's intending to do right by his people or by her people, you support them. You got somebody who intends to uplift, motivate, encourage their people, you support them. Now, they might not reach their goal, but you support them. We tear each other down is because that's what we've been taught to do. But you already know this. I'm not saying nothing new. You know we've been taught to tear each other down. You know we've been taught to compete. You know we've been taught to marginalize and do their job for us. You know that. So when you gonna stop doing it? When you gonna stop looking for something to complain about your own people? When you gonna stop looking for justifications for not supporting your own people? When you gonna change? Looking for reasons to not forgive, looking for reasons to not accept, looking for reason to marginalize. You understand? When is it gonna change? It's 300 people in here right now. 300. I always do this experiment. I ask people, go support something. It ain't gotta be me, but go support something in mass. And look what happens. Look what happens. It'll change. It'll change people if you do it in mass. But we do the trickle-down theory. If one does it in a significant way, that's enough for everybody. No. Let's all do it in mass. Let's support somebody in mass. Find a black-owned business and support them in mass. Everybody do it. You already got Google Analytics, and the white people out here who put up these platforms, they know only 5% of your followers are going to ever support you. They know the numbers. They know the demographics. But why can't we be the ones that make them change the algorithm? Because they'll change the algorithm if you find a platform where 37% or 50%, 75%, 80% of the followers really support. They'll go, wait a minute, we're not trying to make this man rich. Let's change that algorithm. We're not trying to make this woman rich. Let's change that algorithm. You understand? But that comes through unity. That comes through cooperation. Right? They got to see the unity and the cooperation to go, wait a minute, we got to change that algorithm. Hold on. We got to change that algorithm. He getting way too much support. He getting way too much whatever. Relationships, man. Foundational. I love that word, foundational. I hear Tariq say it a lot, foundational Americans. I love that. I love that, right? Scientists, modern day physicists call reality, or when they say the ground of reality, they're talking about the most fundamental aspect of reality, which is, and they do depictions of it in movies like Ant-Man, where you see Ant-Man when he gets really, really small and he goes into the subatomic world. We're talking about this space where it's just energy, right? I said that reminds me of the Kemetan Nun, the primordial waters. But that is the smallest of the smallest of the small, right? Where this energy, right? And everything comes out of this energy, and this is where we get our real world, or what the Hindus called Maya, the illusory world, right? We have this power inside of us. We have this purpose inside of us. We have this purpose in us. We can do it. We've got to come together, right? They call it the ground of reality, this small area, the ground of reality. That's where all this energy is, and reality emerges out of it. The ground of reality. Yeah. Relationship is the ground of our reality. The quality of our relationships is the ground of our reality. That's the ground of our reality. It's conscious too. Its energy is aware. It's conscious. Some would call it God. The ground of reality. You get to that level and you see God. You experience God within yourself, within everything. You understand that yourself is is illusory in context to the self that contains all, the self that is all, the self that is God. You understand that God and self and terminology and linguistics and all of these, it's irrelevant. There's no demarcation between you and the source. There's no boundary between you and the source. You expand to sense, feel, and become aware of it all. That's the ground of reality. That potentiality exists within all of us. The ground of reality is also simultaneous with what we call unconditional love. We don't have unconditional love is because we believe we're very small. It's because we believe we are very isolated and insulated. It's because we believe in the illusionary boundary that our ego forces us to protect, known as identity. I'm so. You that person. You that person. We forget God is everywhere. What is known as God? The terminology is, for lack of a better word, the terminology doesn't fit the grandeur, doesn't fit the immensity, doesn't fit the infinity of the ground of reality. And this is why that ground of reality created relationships, so it could mirror itself, so it can experience itself within itself. Relationships become the mirror of divinity. It's God's relationship is God's personal mirror. So look at himself or itself. The experience of it. It's now, it's then, it's when. it's all of it simultaneously. We deserve a higher level of consciousness to be able to relate on. But you can't relate if you refuse to look at yourself. That's how you see it in others. You have to see it in self. You have to see yourself and go, yeah. That's me. I own it. I accept it. Then you'll see it in others. Well, I just wanted to duck in here and say what's up. I'm going to finish my cantaloupe smoothie. I'm going to finish this. My oatmeal. Appreciate everybody for sticking with me. But y'all got to do me a favor. Let's get 300 of these sold today. Can we do that? Can we do that? Can we go to Power and One Clothing and get... Mansions was last night, Jay Owens. Follow, bruh. It was last night. And it was popping. The video is up here. Can we get y'all to go to Power and One Clothing and everybody want a red one? Everybody, go do this for me right now. PIO Clothing. Go support your brother right now. All right? All right. I'm going to holler at y'all. Deuces.